Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Why I Hate This Movie. I'm your host, Derek Rios, along with my heterosexual life mate, my co-host, Danny Newton. Say hi, Danny.
Hello, Derek.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing very good.
Good. A new movie just came out. It's kind of out of nowhere, surprise. It was nice.
Yeah.
We've had some good movies this month. You know, we had a few to choose from. Actually, we had like Godzilla,
yeah,
Justice League Snyder Cut,
yes,
and we went with this one.
Yeah. We did have some good movies this month. You're right.
It's starting to feel normal.
This kind of wasn't one.
Getting more movie releases and stuff, and
yeah,
even though I watched them all sitting on my couch.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I can't wait to actually get back in a theater seat.
Yeah,
I really miss it.
Something about the experience. So, Mortal Kombat. Let's jump in. The opening scene. We're back in 1617.
Yes.
In feudal Japan.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Scorpion family, the Hanzo Hisashi estate, or compound. We see real in-depth character development of how their family structure and life is. They just have a nice, lovely home.
Yes. As soon as he tells his wife, "I love you," I was like, yeah, she's dead. She's dead. I love the opening of the movie. Yeah.
It was good.
It looked good.
Yeah.
The actors, they look the parts.
They look Asian.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
You're right. They look Asian.
Typecasting.
I want more diversity in my feudal Japan.
Yeah, there's not enough white people in Japan in 1617.
Yeah. These actors definitely didn't check enough diversity boxes, okay?
So the Sub-Zero family attacks them.
For the Lin Kuei.
Which is a group of assassins.
Yes.
From they're Chinese.
Yes, Sub-Zero's Chinese.
Yep. He speaks some Chinese in the movie.
He speaks fluent Chinese and Japanese.
Yeah, he does. Talented.
Yes.
I guess when you're assassin, you got extra time to do stuff like that, right?
Right.
Bihan.
Yes.
Sub-Zero's name is
Bihan. Yes. But no, I like Sub-Zero. I like him being bad guy, and I like Scorpion. I liked him being a bad guy because we don't really know why they're feuding. It's entirely possible Scorpion went over there and killed what he thought was all his family. I mean, this feud didn't come out of nowhere.
No, I'm sure.
And
it's just the old feud of ninja versus samurai.
Mm-hmm. But I like this. It was about 10 minutes long. The fight choreography is good. Whenever Sub-Zero and his crew roll up.
Scorpion, it was really nice. The weapon, the chain dagger.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was just a gardening tool.
Name. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually really well done. But the only thing, they were very generous with the blood.
Well, honestly, when he rips that gardening tool out of the ground and ties it to the rope, he's literally spinning it like doing some Jackie Chan stuff. It's really cool to watch.
Yeah.
There was nothing about this fight that was just super outlandish.
The blood.
I mean, yeah.
People were gushers.
But it's an R movie, so they wanted to amp up the blood and the violence.
Well, it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
That was what Mortal Kombat, as a child, playing the game. This is like one of my first games I ever fell in love with. And it was just so bloody and gory.
Well, when I was first watching all this, part of me was wondering if they were going to completely flip the script on us. Basically, give us like a showing of the first Mortal Kombat, right? Because I figured what was going to happen is these two were going to fight till they kill each other and then get poofed away and magicked to whatever the Mortal Kombat tournament is going to be. So their rivalry can continue. But that's not what happens here. They have an excellent fight scene. Sub-Zero shows up while Scorpion is gone fetching water for his wife, captures his family, and murders his wife and son.
He freezes them.
Yeah, he freezes them, puts an ice spear through them. Hearing them scream, Scorpion comes back. He wades through these people. He's dropping bodies left and right. I loved all this. Every bit of it. It was
the blood
beautiful
was
to watch.
Ridiculous, but it was good.
It was beautiful to watch. It was shot very well. The color palette looked good.
There was one mistake. So Sub-Zero beats Scorpion.
Yeah.
Even in Japan, one of the most common things they do after they beat him, they burn everything down.
Yeah.
And he didn't burn it down. That was Sub-Zero's one mistake he made.
Well, he's not Japanese.
Well, still. China, they still burn everything down. They don't want to leave anything left. And he didn't burn it down. And of course, the child lives.
They hide the youngest baby under the floorboards. And after their fight, Sub-Zero leaves, Lord Raiden shows up and takes the child. And that's the opening of the movie. And honestly, it's downhill from there.
It was a good start. It was a good start.
It was a solid start. It was an amazing start.
It wasn't all down. I think it goes back uphill.
I don't know. I mean, I loved a lot of it, but this was the pinnacle of this movie. This was the best that this movie had to offer.
So we're present day.
Yeah.
And we're following around
Cole.
Mm-hmm. Cole Young.
He's an MMA fighter that gets his ass handed to him.
Apparently he used to be good, but he's washed up now, I guess, and just...
His trainer literally tells him, hey, man, you suck. You're not blocking shots. You're not defending yourself. You just go in and take punches to the face.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose this fight. And that's exactly what happens. He just wades in and just gets his ass handed to him.
His daughter tells him the same thing, too.
Yeah.
They both know he sucks. He doesn't seem that old.
No, he's very young.
He's just not a very good fighter, I guess. But
right.
Apparently he beat some... Maybe it was a fluke. He beat some champion.
Well, he was born with the mark.
So after the fight, Jax approaches him because Jax is there watching. He's looking for him.
Yeah.
And he randomly approaches him in the back for no reason. It's just literally just to say, hey, I like that symbol.
Everybody, by the way, everybody is shitting on him for tapping out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But he was going to die.
Well, yeah.
Because
they were like, don't tap out. It's like, he's about to snap your arm. Yeah.
Yeah, he's about to snap your arm and choke you to death and everything else. There's nothing he could have done. There's nothing he could do to get out of that. It's not like he's going to stand up with some man on his back.
There's a lot of just random exposition in this movie just to bring up plot points.
Right.
And this is one of them. Where Jax goes back there and just has a chat with him. Even though he's been watching and he's looking for him.
Yeah.
He's just like...
He's like, I like that tattoo you got.
No, I like the symbol. Where'd you get that symbol from? And of course the daughter's just like, it's part of him. It's a birthmark. It shows it. It's a perfect Mortal Kombat logo.
Yes.
There's no way you would think that was ever a birthmark.
Right. This child was branded that or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for one, I didn't realize that was his daughter. Because at no point...
It didn't say it. I wasn't sure.
It didn't say it was his daughter.
Until they went...
I thought that was his little sister. Okay? A woman picks him up from the MMA fight after he gets his ass kicked. They go to eat. And then I'm like, oh, that's his mom. That's his sister. And then they go to get something to eat. And his mom just fucking full tongue kisses him. And I'm just like, what am I watching?
It just got good.
Whoa, we're on the wrong channel for this.
No, after they got dinner, it's like, okay, this is obviously a family.
So do you think that that's not his daughter then? Because think about this.
Well, so
he was born with the mark.
Yeah.
And that means everybody in his lineage should be born with the mark as well, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously he had a mother and father, and one of them had to have been born with the mark.
She should have the mark.
She should have the mark. Yeah. That's not his daughter.
They don't his say wife that she doesn't have the mark. But maybe...
because if she had the mark, she would have said, well, yeah, he was born with it and I have one too. And we don't think this is strange at all.
She could be divorced. It could be before he came along.
It could be.
That might not be his blood daughter. So they go and eat and Jax is following them.
Yeah. Yeah, Jax is just being a creeper.
And it starts snowing.
Yeah, it becomes Christmas in July.
Sub-Zero shows up and starts forming icicles and hail and launching it at this building that they're in.
Yes, he is freezing the water vapor in the air and making gigantic hailstones.
It's insanely powerful compared to what Sub-Zero could do in the games. They flee, which is good instinct.
Yeah.
And then Jax hops out and was like, I'm going to go take him down. It's like, you saw this guy controlling the weather.
Yeah.
You have a gun. You're just a Marine. I don't care if you have a mark. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And you knew as soon as this scene started, oh, Sub-Zero's going to freeze his arms off because everyone knows Jax has metal arms.
They have a decent little fight, but...
Not really. Sub-Zero beats the shit out of him like he should.
Yeah.
And then freezes his arms off and then leaves him for dead.
He tried, but he didn't have a chance.
No.
But before all that, he basically hops out of the car and is like, hey, go take your family to safety and look for somebody named Sonya Blade. So he takes his family to like some random cabin wherever out in the countryside.
I think it's just their home.
Yeah.
Takes them to their home.
And then he goes and finds Sonya. Sonya is living in a trailer in the middle of nowhere.
It's like a bomb, like a doomsday shelter trailer.
Yeah. And she has Kano handcuffed.
Just tied up.
But it's cool. That's what Kano's into.
Sonya, to me, was my first real love. She was just my favorite character in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It was like my first real big crush. Maybe April from Ninja Turtles, but I was still a little too young. Sonya was like right at the age where I was starting to peak, and I wasn't overly attractive to this Sonya.
Yeah, not really.
She's attractive. She's in shape. She did a fine job, but I wasn't like blown away with her beauty.
No, not really.
The original Sonya was the chick from Billy Madison, right?
I think so.
I can't remember her name, but yeah, she was, I really loved her.
This Sonya, she starts talking to Cole. Basically, Cole's like, hey, Jack sent me, and shows her the mark he has, right? And she starts explaining all this stuff to him, and you see her like flipping through books and stuff like that. There's a couple of little hidden things in these books. One of them is Nightwolf, is on one of these pictures, and I think one of them is Shao Kahn. But she's basically talking about all the stuff they found out because Jax randomly received this mark. He wasn't born with it. During one of their tours of service, Jax killed somebody that had this mark, and it transferred to him. And ever since then, they've been trying to figure out what's up with it.
He killed like a monster or something like that, right?
I can't remember if he killed a monster or just a normal person.
Which I thought that was interesting because he was just, the main character, Cole, was just born with his mark.
Yeah.
And I was like, why does he have a mark if they have to earn it?
Right.
Everyone else. Raiden explains it to him later.
But I can't remember if Kano was born with his mark or not.
No, Kano wasn't either.
Yeah.
Because that's what Sonya, Kano was talking about it in the same scene here.
Yeah.
And Kano's like, he killed some bloke and got the mark. That Sonya should have killed him, but didn't go through with it. That's why she doesn't have one.
Kano's great.
He's very great. He's entertaining.
I fucking love Kano.
He's just an asshole. He's just a normal Aussie.
If it was not for that actor, I would have hated this movie far more than I do. Like, he carries a lot of this stuff.
He's definitely pretty funny.
All his jokes and all his insults and crap like that, they just land. When everybody else's jokes and stuff, they just don't. They just miss the mark.
Speaking of one of the funny lines, there's a few funny lines in this movie. First things Jack says when he engages Sub-Zero is, I did 6 tours. Let's fucking go.
No, he blasts him with the shotgun. Yeah. And the bullets freeze out in midair. And then he freezes and blows away the shotgun. They start swapping punches back and forth. Yeah. Sub-Zero almost lays him out. And that's when he psychs himself up, was like, I did 6 tours, motherfucker. Yeah.
Okay, so I get it. You're a good Marine and soldier. You're special forces or whatever the fuck you call it. This guy controls the weather. You know, what does you going and doing a fucking tour have anything to do with a supernatural demon in front of you? Like it's going to intimidate him. Yeah. Like, oh shit, my bad, sir. I didn't know.
Afghanistan? Let me just make it snow on him.
It cuts
to Outworld.
He cuts Outworld for a minute.
Yeah. And Shang Tsung is talking to his head guys.
Well, it's Melina.
Yeah.
Melina is walking through the desert and shows up and starts talking to Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
And they're at Goro's temple.
Right. He's going to go talk to Prince Goro. Basically, she tells him, like, hey, the Earthrealm fighters are assembling and stuff like that. And Shang Tsung is just like, send the reptilian to go kill him. And she's like, well, if the gods find out, they'll do blah. And Shang Tsung's like, fuck it. We didn't get this far by playing by the rules.
Yeah.
Go fucking kill him.
Don't worry about the gods. Apparently, Raiden's the only one that cares, and the rest of the gods are just lazy fucks, which in the original movie, they didn't care either. They were being blackmailed. I think he calls the reptilian Sizoth.
I can't remember.
I don't know if they're supposed to be reptile. It's just literally an overgrown lizard.
Yeah. This is the lizard reptile.
It's pretty fucking shitty.
At least it didn't look shit like
it looked good, but it was just a big lizard. And that's it.
It was a big invisible lizard.
Well, it was, okay. The chameleon.
Yeah.
It shoots acid.
When they're talking about all the markings and stuff like that, yeah, the fucking reptile just basically decloaks and starts attacking them. And Kano kills it. Kano handles his business. They're fighting this thing, and Kano's handcuffed to the chair. Sonya starts throwing knives, and she throws this massive knife right into Kano's leg.
Just completely, like, nowhere near the reptile either. Oh, yeah.
Deep. In which in the next scene, he's walking around just fine. And it's like,
yeah, he pulls it
stupid.
It's fine. It's okay.
You never would have cut his leg off.
Here, come here. Let me show you.
Let me
demonstrate.
You stab you through the leg with a machete.
Yeah.
You walk it off. You'll be fine.
Kano rips through his chest.
Yeah, stabbed him in the chest and just punches straight through his chest and pulls his heart out. And that shit's in his hand, just beating like Temple of Doom.
And he's like, y'all never ripped anyone's heart out?
Kali fucking Ma.
And then he goes and starts drawing. I'm working on a comic book. I love that he's an artist.
Oh, man, I fucking loved Kano. They're like, well, we're going to leave out and we're going to go find the temple or whatever. Just fuck Jax. Who gives a shit about him laying on the floor bleeding out?
Well, they don't know
we don't care about him.
They don't know where he's at.
They know where he's at. Cole knows where he left him.
He left him in an alleyway. They didn't know exactly which building. We know he's not dead. He should be dead.
Right.
Sonya hires Kano for $3 million effectively.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have.
She doesn't have, no. Basically, I guess they get Kano's mom to give him a ride in the plane.
This is some woman.
There's aunt or something.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
When she's in the front seat of the plane just taking his handcuffs off because apparently they've been traveling this far and Sonya didn't even take the handcuffs off of him.
Well, it's so the viewers know how he got his handcuffs off. Yeah, not just that magically took them off.
Which Cole has never used a parachute, more or less seen one outside of a movie.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, yeah, it's no big deal. Kano just pushes him out of the plane.
It's actually a pretty big deal.
He would have slapped to the ground and died.
It's a little more complicated than just pull that.
What if that doesn't work? Or what if that doesn't pull? What if you pointed at the wrong cord?
There's like 14 hours of courses you normally got to go through before you can jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to hold your body up and stuff, like you're just going to flip uncontrollably.
Right.
And not pull your cord out in the right direction. But
anyways, so they parachute down and we're walking through the desert and Kano's still talking shit to Sonya.
Oh, the whole movie.
Yeah.
He's just talking shit.
And they're just, they have their little fight in the middle of the desert.
She beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, she beats the shit out of him.
But she can't kill him.
No. But yeah, Kano's like, just do it. Just
take your mark.
Just fucking kill me and take it.
Yep.
They're walking through the desert. Then they stumble upon Liu Kang, who's just randomly roaming the desert.
He's looking for them.
Even though we have an omniscient teleporting god that can teleport people anywhere.
He doesn't get involved.
Okay? He doesn't get involved.
He doesn't get involved.
Bullshit.
He's not allowed to get involved. Okay? Gods aren't allowed to interfere.
Mm-hmm.
He does nothing in this movie to interfere. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
He takes them to see Raiden at some random temple in the desert.
Yeah, some hole in the ground.
Yeah. We see Jax is being treated there.
Yep.
They found Jax and took him. And
yeah, he's got little baby robot arms. Not yet.
Yeah, but next scene.
Don't worry, our doctors are going to work on him.
Yeah. And he'll have a little...
They're going to attach random pieces of scrap metal to him. He's going to be fine.
So they meet Raiden.
Mm-hmm.
Raiden's just a fucking dick.
Well, Raiden basically looks at him and is like, yeah. Oh, yeah, Kung Lao shows up, by the way, too.
Oh,
when they're walking into the temple or whatever. Raiden just looks at him and is like, this is the best Earthrealm has to offer. This one's a bad fighter. This one sucks. This one doesn't even have a mark.
Well, if he's going to be a dick about it, why does he even care? Like, at what point?
Right.
Like, why does he even care?
I know. It's all silly. He's like, well, we got to start training and unlock your Arcana because you're going to get your ass handed to you if you don't have superpowers.
Which they don't even let Sonya train. They're just like, you got to go sit in the corner.
Yeah, you got to go sit over there.
Women aren't allowed to train.
So they're training, and essentially Cole's just getting beat on because that's what he does. Essentially, that's what the training is. We're just going to beat you until your powers unlock.
Well, it's their Arcana.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know if they change this in the game at some point to have an Arcana.
No.
I don't remember us ever being mentioned in any of the games I've played. But then again, I probably haven't played the last 5 or 6 games.
It's been since Sega since I played a Mortal Kombat game. We were slapping arcade pads, but when I was
4 was probably my last one that I'd heavily put.
Yeah,
the first
been
3,
a minute.
The first 3 that was my jam.
Yeah, they're doing their thing. They're fighting and stuff like that. And then Shang Tsung just shows up at the temple again. And it's like, I've seen their fighters. Let's just go wipe the floor with them.
Yeah, he just want to get it over with. There's no point in waiting, right?
Yeah.
You don't want them to actually train, which they said the tournament's supposed to start by the next full moon, so we have like within a month at least, like tops of 1 month.
But the champions that Shang Tsung chooses for him are Melina, Cabal, Sub-Zero, and General Who Cares?
General Reiko,
and
Natara. Which General Reiko and Natara were people I had no idea who the fuck they were.
Yeah,
so
same.
General Reiko is in the fourth game. He's just pretty much a Shao Kahn knockoff.
Yeah.
He literally has a big rock hammer like Shao Kahn.
Yep.
He's just garbage, whatever. Just some side character. I thought it was really interesting. And then Natara was in the fifth Mortal Kombat video game. Her first debut, Deadly Alliance. And she's just a random vampire chick.
Other than Sub-Zero, he really picked the most D-list characters he could pick.
Well, he got Goro. Cabal was good. Melina, like, she came in the second one. Melina was badass. I really enjoyed playing with Melina.
So, yeah, they roll up. Raiden's like, go away. So they're just like, okay. And they go away the first time.
He puts up a force field. Because, he can't interfere with anything going on.
Mm-hmm.
And he just puts them in a giant force field to protect them.
Right. Not interfering.
Yeah, they leave.
Yeah.
And they go back to training. One scene we get with them all sitting around the table eating. Yes. And pretty much they're all taking turns just shitting on Kano. Calling him a garbage person, which up to this point, he hadn't done anything. Like, he just been getting his ass kicked and really hadn't tried.
Oh, this man is a great warrior. You should be on your knees before him.
The Black Dragon, Kano.
Yes.
And they just pretty much piss him off to the point where his Arcana manifests. And he's
Cyclops.
He laser beam eyes.
He's so fucking happy, dude. He's like, I got a fucking laser eye.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for him.
You jealous, hat boy? Yeah.
Even Liu Kang, Kung Lao, the hat boy, is always just such a disappointing character. His hat has a metal ridge and it's sharp.
Woo. Dude, still though, this entire dinner conversation they're having where they're just taking turns shitting on each other. Man, I love Kano. He's good to the point that in the next scene, Cabal is sitting there talking to Shang Tsung, and he's like, yeah, I got a guy on the inside that'll take that force field down for us. He's a real piece of shit. You'll love him. And I just wanted Kano to make the turn.
He's the one that put Cabal in the mask. So he has to have a breathing apparatus.
Yeah, and put him in an iron lung.
Yeah. I get, then, Kano turns or whatever. I guess
Cabal shows up outside the force field, and he's like, yeah, man, just take down the shield. Get money. Money ain't nothing.
We'll quadruple whatever you paid.
Whatever number you think of, we'll quadruple it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just wanted Kano to be like, what's the point of having the money if I'm not alive to spend it?
Yeah. That's honestly, if he thinks about it, it'd be really stupid to go and join them.
Yeah.
Because they're just going to destroy and enslave the planet.
Yeah.
What good is any amount of money going to do?
Right.
It's fucking pointless. But
they don't see, Kano's not this stupid in the rest of the movie, though.
So
he's smart. I mean,
no, he's kind of a blockhead.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
But he's not a complete idiot.
When he gets angry, his fighting style is just like a bull.
Yeah.
He just charges and gets angry. I don't think he's particularly dumb. The whole reason Kano's in this movie to begin with is so Sonya can kill him and take his mark.
And that's so unfortunate.
And that's literally the only reason he's involved in anything.
Yeah.
But she kills him in the original movie, too.
Once we introduce the fact that all these people have powers because they have the mark, if you think about it, at some point, Sub-Zero had the mark. Obviously, Cabal has the mark, or he wouldn't have superpowers.
We don't know if Sub-Zero has a mark.
All these people have to have marks, especially the ones that were just humans.
Well, the humans have to have
Outworld
marks.
Fighters.
I don't think Outward fighters have to have marks.
They had to have them originally. I would think that these people were fallen people that were taken by Shang Tsung, right?
He just sucks their souls.
Yeah.
He summons fallen warriors originally.
Yeah.
But they're just zombies at this point.
I would think at the very least, Cabal has a mark.
Maybe.
Because at this rate, Kano has a mark, and he's about to swap sides.
Yeah.
So Kano will be on the other team with a mark.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just stands to reason that Cabal probably has a mark.
I don't know. It doesn't explain how the tournament really works. We never even get to the fucking tournament.
Yeah, there's no fucking tournament.
It's pointless. The whole tournament arc is pointless. Who set these fucking rules that they have to have 10 tournaments? That was the same in the original movie, which I always thought was stupid. So you have to have 10 tournaments. If you lose 10 in a row, we get to come and save your planet. What the fuck is this rules? Like, who would ever come up with these rules?
Yeah.
10 in a row. And who's fighting in these tournaments?
Yeah.
Just random fucking people.
It's pretty silly. I don't know.
There's nothing to determine anyone who gets signed up. It just doesn't make whatever.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
It's a video game.
Where they just made Kano brain dead retarded. He's like, yeah, sure. And just zaps the force field down. And then it's just ridiculousness. So before this, Cole gives up.
Yep. He sends him back.
He's got his ass beat by Liu Kang so much. It's just like, fuck it. I don't have any powers.
Yep.
And Raiden's like, well, I guess the blood of Hanzo is just a pussy. And just go home to your family, bitch.
Yep. Yeah, he goes and bitches out and just goes home.
He bitches out and quits.
Yep.
Apparently, these marks are like a fucking beacon to the bad guys. Mm-hmm. So, essentially, Raiden's like, yeah, go get murdered.
I guess Raiden doesn't really care.
No.
Because he's a dick. But for some reason, he does care.
So, he goes home to his family.
And then they send Goro. Of all fucking villains, Goro is like one of the most powerful.
Yeah.
And they send Goro after this guy.
Yeah.
Just so Goro can beat the shit out of him and he can get his Arcana. And his Arcana is literally, I'm a shit fighter. I can only win by being overpowered and letting you beat the shit out of me and then reflecting that damage back at you.
Right. He gets a super suit. That's all he gets.
He gets a super suit armor.
Yeah.
And even at this point, I'm just sitting here thinking, man, that's kind of a weird take on Scorpion, but maybe, I guess he'll get his chain eventually and he'll be Scorpion. But because being Scorpion's bloodline, I expected this character to be Scorpion.
So when you think about it, Kung Lao has the Captain America shield throw, and he can teleport around and stuff with it.
Yeah.
You can spin it like a saw blade.
Yeah.
Right? That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not the best. Got Liu Kang over here shitting out fireballs.
Yeah.
That's, in my opinion, better.
He forms a fire dragon.
Right. You got Kano throwing out
laser beams.
Yeah. Like a Cyclops shot.
Well, Jax gets his Arcana.
Yeah, Jax gets his Arcana, which he just gets super strong. He becomes Winter Soldier with 2 metal arms.
Yeah.
Instead of just one. And Raiden throws lightning bolts.
Well, Raiden's a god.
Yeah. Female empowerment. They give Sonya hers. She's blasting out laser beams out of her, like, rainbow cuffs as well.
Yeah, like circles that it's kind of like Havoc almost.
In his, he doesn't get any kind of laser beams. He forms 2 sticks in his hand.
Okay, yeah. So he gets 2 batons.
Yeah.
Which, still at this point, I still think he's going to be Scorpion. And
when are you going to become Scorpion? See, I thought the same thing.
Yeah. Honestly,
because he got the rope suit around him, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, okay, it's mirroring the opening of the movie.
Yeah, this is
where he was fighting with the garden attached to a rope. I thought the suit was ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've noticed in a lot of Asian martial films where they'll take and they'll wrap ropes around their forearms and fists and stuff like that, and they'll fight with the ropes and stuff. Okay, maybe they're going to go that route because I thought the suit was rope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, it's not. It is. They were going to get pounded.
It's a Wakandan suit.
It's a Wakanda suit.
He's Black Panther. Yeah,
it is. It is. It's the Black Panther suit.
Yeah,
just with no tech in it.
No,
he literally just gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, Goro beats the shit out of him. He's such a shit character. His only power is he can get the shit kicked out of him and then turn around and reflect that damage back.
Right.
He has 1 baton that has a blade on it, and then another just a baton. He's just...
Dude, whenever he just nerd rages and cuts Goro's hand off, I'm just like, don't feed Goro to him.
Goro died like a bitch.
He didn't earn this.
No. Goro should have ripped him in fucking half.
Fucking Johnny Cage earned it.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, punch him in the dick.
He punched him with a dick. This little pissant didn't earn it. And
they should have left Goro alive. For Johnny Cage in the sequel to come back and beat the show out of him.
They should have left Goro alive.
That's so disappointing.
It's just, man.
For him to take on Goro first and then get his ass kicked by Melina in the next scene is so disappointing.
Why didn't they feed one of these other B-listers to him?
So
you know who really needed to be fighting Goro that I thought? Okay. I thought Jax needed to be fighting Goro.
Well, Jax got the other blockhead.
because Jack's got Winter Soldier arms.
Well, I don't think
he's supposed to be super strong.
So in this fight scene, this is the first time they kind of pair off, which I don't know if they didn't have the budget for Natara, but she's just kind of flying around and doing nothing besides screeching. Kung Lao is
just kind of standing there.
He's just standing there looking for her. She just flies at him finally after like a few minutes. And
first, Kung Lao tries to, like Captain America, throw his hat at Shang Tsung. And he's just like, bink, and deflects it off, right? Like it's nothing.
It sticks into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he pulls it out and does a saw blade and jumps on her.
Yeah,
and just drives
her through the saw blade.
Oh, she's such a shit character.
Yeah.
And of course, Shang Tsung's just like, oh man, that sucks. I guess he liked her. I don't know.
Shang Tsung has no fucking emotions in this. He's just phoning it in. He does not. You can tell this actor does not want to be in this fucking movie.
Well, it's not like Cole Young was very good. This actor is Louis Tan, and he was in Iron Fist, and he's also Shatterstar in Deadpool 2.
Oh, really? He's Shatterstar?
He's Shatterstar.
I watched Iron Fist. I do not remember this guy being in Iron Fist.
For an episode.
They give him nothing here. They don't give him any lines. When he does get a speaking part, it's completely stupid.
Liu Kang gets beat up by Cabal.
Yeah.
And Jax gets beat up by anyone.
Yeah. No, Jax doesn't get beat up by anyone. What happened when they were fighting in the pit or whatever?
Oh, they
were Sonya got knocked back and like Rubble got knocked out.
He got knocked out or something right at the beginning. I think. Yeah. Sonya was fighting, of course, the other female.
Right.
Melina. Because we got to have a female on female. And then Melina just beats the shit out of her and is like, oh, you don't have the mark? Well, you're not worth bothering. And just walks the fuck off. And then Kano goes and tries to kill her. Kano goes and laser beams a big fucking...
Yeah, Kano's like, well, you may not be good enough for her, but you're good enough for me.
He drops a rock on her, and then Jax comes out and is trying to... He gets his mommy powers. So breaks the rock off.
He takes his little T-Rex arms. He's trying to move the boulder. Then he just nerd rages.
I'm not strong enough.
Take my strong hand. And his nerd rages.
As Arcana comes out and he gets beefy shoulders.
Yeah.
Beefy mechanical arms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He gets Stark Tech arms. Yeah.
Cole shows up after killing Goro. He shows up. They just all start fleeing.
Raiden starts teleporting them all out.
Mm-hmm. And...
apparently, he doesn't teleport one of them fast enough. He doesn't teleport Cole fast enough. He doesn't
teleport. Shang Tsung knocks him out and was like, kill him, Sub-Zero.
Kung Lao is going to try to save him.
Himself,
Shang Tsung snatches him out of midair for no reason.
And this
he's like, starts sucking his soul out.
And I love this. This is another great line. Cabal's sitting there beating the shit out of Liu Kang.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh yeah. Sounds like your friend's getting his soul sucked.
I love this part.
I love the sound they make when they're getting their soul sucked. Shang Tsung gives the best soul sucking.
But just...
he sucks him real good.
Yeah. Sucks him to death.
The dream way to go, I think.
Kano letting him in is just where it fell apart for me. It really is.
Yeah, it was dumb. I didn't agree. It would have been a lot more interesting to see Kano be a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, Kano doesn't have to be a good guy to be on the winning team.
At least an anti-hero.
They could have let Sonya kill anybody and say she got her mark like that.
Yeah.
Right?
They could let her kill the fucking reptile thing and be like, oh, you got a mark. Congrats.
Yeah. They could have let her kill Reptile. Got her mark like that. They could have let her kill Cabal. They could have let her kill the vampire chick, since apparently anything could have killed her.
Well, her only ability was she could fly.
They could have let her beat General whatever.
Whoa, Reiku is a hero, okay?
Yeah, never heard of this guy.
He's got a rock hammer, bro.
Yeah, and Sonya could have beat him.
He's the general of some random
they
army.
Want a powerful, strong, independent woman that don't need no man. And literally... this guy is big and slow and lumbering, and she could have just outpaced him, outworked him, and then just fucking stabbed him to death. It would have made perfect sense.
They get away, and then pretty much, Cole has the idea, hey, Raiden, you know how you don't interfere at all? Well, can you teleport all of us to a one-on-one fight? Where we can make our own tournament?
Yeah. And it's so dumb.
So we get Melina versus Cole, which he can't defeat. Sonya goes fights Kano at her house.
Yeah.
Because, she has a way to take care of his laser eye.
Yeah.
And during this fight, Which I think was actually a pretty entertaining fight and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these fights are good still.
Yeah, a lot of the fights are still decent.
I don't know if you caught it. Did you see what she picked up out of the cabinet to throw at him?
No, what was that? I know it exploded.
It was acetone.
Acetone? Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like phosphorus or something. I thought it was like an explosive.
It's just a bottle of acetone, and I don't know how that works. I have no idea how the science works to stop a laser beam.
It shouldn't.
Maybe his eyes irritated from the acetone, and he's just like, I can't.
No.
I don't want to shoot lasers anymore. My eye hurts.
No, I thought she threw some kind of like explosive because they're military people. I thought for sure that was like gunpowder for the reloading ammo.
Out of her medicine cabinet was acetone.
Yeah, I did not realize that. That's stupid.
Maybe if one of our viewers is a scientist, they can tell us how that works.
It doesn't.
Oh, damn it.
I'm going to go ahead and fill that in for you because we don't have any viewers. It doesn't. They give Liu Kang, my bad.
Yeah. God.
I'm sorry.
The same name, but backwards.
Yeah, my bad. They give Liu Kang another fight with Cabal.
Yep. And of course, this time, he beats him this time.
Yeah, he beats him. He summons a fire dragon.
Yeah. It eats him, throws him, like kicks him in the oil, a vat of oil, and then summons a fire
tar
demon.
Pit, right?
Yeah.
As a tar pit. He's just like, what the fuck is this all over me?
Uh-oh.
He teleports. Why don't you just teleport out of it?
No. Because he's covered in oil, man. He can't.
Yeah, obviously. It's too late.
Oh, Jax gets...
Oh, yeah, Jax gets General Reiko. Which is like a 20-second fight scene.
Jax actually literally claps his head.
He's like, yeah, these motherfuckers work. It's like, okay, Jax. Calm down, buddy. You literally got...
I did 6 tours!
You literally got the weakest one, Jax. Just
Let's
calm
go.
down.
6 tours, bitch!
Yeah, he claps his head. Fucking Sonya kills Kano by stabbing him with the garden gnome he spit on at the beginning of the movie.
The fucking garden gnome.
Stabs him in the laser eye.
Yeah, so she could get
her mark.
Her mark.
That's
poor
it.
Kano.
That's the only reason Kano was in this movie.
Poor Kano.
Was to be fed to Sonya. This movie was shit. And then Cole sucks so bad. He doesn't even beat Melina.
Sonya shows up.
Sonya has to be teleported in by Raiden because even Raiden's like, this kid. How did he beat Goro?
Goro put too much of his own energy into him.
God.
See, the trick is you can only beat him up a little bit. You can't hit him too hard.
Sonya unlocks her Arcana like it's nothing.
Instantly shows up. I got my Arcana.
Pew! And shoots
ring beams.
Fucking dinner plate size hole.
I don't
through her.
I played the first 4 games. Sonya never has any superpowers.
I thought she kicks or something. Does she not?
No, she's just a fucking wrestler. She has a lot of kick moves, but
I thought she had like a flying kick move or something.
No,
as her like. As
she's
her
had the leg grab. That was my favorite move.
The
leg grab, which doesn't make any sense physically, but she'd flip over on her and do a handstand, leg grab him, and then flip him over.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was thinking. She did some kind of like kick move like that.
But she had the kiss of death, was one of her.
But she didn't have fucking laser beams that she shot out of her hands.
They also, throughout this movie, after Kung Lao kills Katara, he's like, flawless victory. Because that makes sense.
They have to shoehorn this contrived shit in there somehow.
We gotta remind the viewers that, hey, it's not our fault this movie sucks. It's just a video game movie, okay? We're watching a video game. Okay?
Man, we could have had such a good video game movie, though.
After Liu Kang kills Cabal, he's like, fatality. And then the ADR for Kung Lao in there.
They do.
For Kung Lao.
So they're doing all this other fighting, and their plan is, okay, we're all going to take Sub-Zero together. But then, oh no, Cole, he's got your family. Oh my God.
Sub-Zero goes, grabs his family, and takes him to the gym, pins them up, freezes them on the wall.
Yeah, it's so stupid. They're already dead.
Cole, yeah.
They're already fucking dead.
Yeah.
But Cole gets in there and starts bitch fighting the ice.
Yeah, he does. He just starts punching the ice with his family. Even in the middle of the fight, he stops to go back and starts punching ice.
Yes. So he's getting his ass handed to him.
This is the point where I finally realized, like, when Scorpion shows up, that he isn't Scorpion. It's like, I guess he's not Scorpion.
Damn it.
So it turns out afterwards, I looked it up. He's just some random new character that they made up for the movie.
And it's okay if they want to make up a new character. I'm perfectly fine with that.
At least don't make him shitty.
You know, like MMA did not have any representation in the games because it's not a style that existed.
But all those fighting styles in MMA were represented for the most part.
Yeah. I feel like if they were going to make him an MMA fighter, then he basically should have been like a Muay Thai style fighter. Mm-hmm. He should have been jumping on these guys and grappling them and stuff.
He could have easily just been Johnny Cage.
He could have easily just been Johnny Cage.
And they just had Johnny Cage be an MMA fighter.
See, they wanted to make him a viewpoint character for us.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't work.
No.
If anything, Kano was the viewpoint character for us.
This character Cole was just a shitty, no-powered fucking character.
Yeah. So...
But this final fight scene with Scorpion and Sub-Zero sold me the movie. I fucking loved this final fight scene was badass.
Their opening fight scene was good, and this fight scene is good.
But if you just take those two scenes,
when you start thinking about some of the stuff that happens in this final fight scene, though, it's pretty fucking ridiculous.
It's awesome. Scorpion crawls out of hell to come back and get his revenge.
I love that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he doesn't speak English. And the first thing he does is he fucking chain whips him and screams, "Get over here!" Because he says that in the video game, so he has to say it over here.
He didn't speak English in 1617.
He still doesn't speak it now.
Well,
so when he's trying to, I thought this was so fucking stupid. Because when he's trying to coordinate with Cole, man, Cole don't speak fucking Japanese. What the fuck are you talking about?
I was gonna leave this to the end of the movie. We'll get at the end of the movie. Scorpion is like in Japanese says to Cole, "Protect my bloodline."
And Cole's probably like, yeah,
just like, he gives him this little speech like, "Oh, you know, you're a good fighter, blah, blah, protect my bloodline. Thank you for bringing me back from hell."
Has no idea what any of that is.
Is this an orphan from Southside Chicago? Does not speak Japanese
at all.
Just looks at him and just like no recognition of what the fuck he's saying.
It's like when you pass somebody and they say something to you, but it's kind of low. You didn't realize what it was, so you kind of just laugh and go, "Yeah, man."
Yeah,
that's exactly what Cole does.
Which down here in the South happens quite a bit. People just like, "Hey man, you going there? You want to be a man? You going there, man?" And I was like,
"Yeah, dude."
Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Good seeing you.
See, the thing is it wouldn't have been so bad and so glaring if they wouldn't have literally showed us this in the first of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
In the first of the movie, they're speaking Japanese and Chinese. And literally, Sub-Zero is shit-talking or something like that in Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "I don't understand your words." But, yeah, duh. Will you fucking forget that nobody understands Japanese now?
Well, to be fair, he's had 400 years in hell to learn English.
Yeah, and you think there's got to be a lot of people in hell that speak English.
Yeah. And that maybe, just maybe,
he would have picked a little bit of it up. He would have learned more English words than "get over here."
No, that's the only one he learned. Someone was like, "Dude, that's like, a really cool move. You should market that."
It's like Khal Drogo only knowing the word "no," because that's what everybody screams at him.
That fight scene is great.
Their fight scene's great.
I love Scorpion. All the stuff with the chains. Like, it was really well done.
They're getting beat up. They're getting bloody. Sub-Zero rips off his mask. He's puking up blood a little bit.
I know it was one of Sub-Zero's moves where he makes an ice wall and throws him to it.
Yeah.
What's the point of that as a move? That doesn't really do anything.
There was one point in here where Sub-Zero cuts him, catches the blood coming out of him, and makes an ice spear with him and stabs him with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's fucking amazing.
And he does a signature backflip, makes an ice sculpture.
An ice clone of himself.
Ice clone, yeah. And like, there's some great shit.
Scorpion still attacks it because by the game rules, you have to.
Oh. So they're in the arena right at the end.
Yeah, they're in an MMA cage.
Yeah, and it's Cole and Scorpion versus Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
And Sub-Zero just freezes Scorpion to the ground. Him and Cole are getting at it. Cole's getting his ass beat because that's his only real power.
Yeah.
And in midway of getting his ass kicked, he starts punching at his children in the ice block.
Yeah. He just stops in the middle of this fight for your life.
Yeah.
And the existence of reality.
My kids out.
To, I'm going to go over here and punch this ice some more.
Scorpion breaks free by doing a supernova fire bomb thing, right?
Yeah.
It also dethaws the ice on the wife and child enough that they wake up. They're awake.
Yeah.
You got to remember, they're watching this now. And they're watching as Scorpion pulls off his mask, turns into a skeleton monster, and breathes fire and melts Sub-Zero alive.
Burns him alive. Yeah.
And this child, this 13-year-old child, her life's over. Like, you don't come back from that. There's nothing. I don't care if your daddy has an armor golden suit.
But
just watch a man get melted by a demon.
They didn't give him any MMA things to do. It would have been much cooler if Cole would have grappled him.
Because he wasn't a fighter.
Like, what if this suit made it to where Sub-Zero wasn't actually freezing him? Yeah. What if he could just reach over there and grapple and armbar him and stuff like that, like he was done at the first of the movie?
Get rid of the batons.
Yeah.
We don't need batons. Night Stalker has batons.
Yeah. Cole didn't need those baton weapons.
Yeah, he should have just had the armor.
He could have just had like brass knuckles or fisticuffs or some sort.
But like Iron Fist or whatever the fuck ever. I don't know.
Yeah. And just literally reach over there and just grab him, grapple him. They could have just double teamed him like that.
Yeah.
This movie disappointed me.
I still enjoyed the fight scene. I thought the fight scene was still really good. I did not like Cole's character.
No.
It's not that they introduced a new character.
It's not that they introduced a new character. It's that they gave him nothing to do. Right? He's supposed to be our point of view.
Well, let him go Goro.
He's supposed to be our entrance into this world. And they gave him the worst of everything.
They shouldn't have fed Goro to him.
They should not have fed Goro to him. They should have fed Reptile to him. They should have fed somebody else to him.
I guess we're to assume that's not his daughter because she doesn't have the mark.
Yeah. That can't be his daughter. That can't be his natural born daughter.
It doesn't matter anymore. That girl's...
But,
she's messed up.
You don't transfer the mark just by getting defeated. You have to be murdered to transfer the mark.
Or just randomly a part of...
Because Cole is such a bad MMA fighter that the first person that beat his ass would have got his mark.
If the mark passes down through lineage like Cole's, does that mean someone that got the mark, say Sonya or Jax now, and their children should have the mark when they pass it down, right?
You would think so. Because there's only a finite number of Earth fighters. Unless the thought is that every Earthrealm fighter dies a violent death.
That means that...
Little baby Cole, the reason he didn't have any parents is because one of his parents committed suicide with a baby hand.
I don't know.
He put a knife in his little baby hand.
How long have these tournaments spread apart? Has Cole's lineage been losing these fights this whole fucking time? That's why they're orphans every time.
That's why ratings
the last parent died.
Yeah.
Go up, your parents are dead.
And at the very end of this movie, they're just like, we must go find the new generation of fighters. And get ready for the next tournament. You didn't even fucking have a tournament this time. No, what's this next tournament bullshit?
And the only person they mention is Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Because Cole's got to go to Hollywood to get Johnny Cage.
Yeah, he's got to go be Johnny Cage's stunt double.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, also, when all these people died, Shang Tsung just poofed them. So it's entirely possible that Goro is still going to come back. And it's entirely possible that all these other dead fighters...
They can come back as a zombie.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get Kano back.
I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Oh, man.
Maybe we'll get a new asshole, Johnny Cage.
No, because they killed all the assholes in this movie.
No, Johnny Cage is notoriously self-centered and a dick. So, since the mark passes down,
right,
that means that they only ever had one child. Because if you think about it, if they had multiple children, multiple kids would have the marks out there.
Maybe the firstborn gets it.
The baby wasn't the firstborn, though. It was the secondborn. The firstborn froze to death.
You're right.
All of them get the mark, bro.
But did the baby have the mark?
I don't know. They didn't show it. You're going to go brand a baby and make it. It's a birthmark in the perfect form of a dragon.
Yeah. That just happens all the time.
Yeah, it's normal. I got one too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. It's right around my asshole.
Oh, damn it. I was going to say that.
The circle with a dragon's head popping out.
That ain't no dragon head.
I don't know, man. Overall, what did you think of this movie?
It's watchable. I'd watch it once. It's a good watch there.
Yeah. I love the first however long the feudal Japan stuff is. I love the end fight scene between Scorpion and Sub-Zero again.
Mm-hmm.
They anchor this movie on both ends. They book in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that is good. But, man, the rest of these characters are so weak and so poorly written. It literally made me root for the bad guy.
Again,
that's how poorly written the rest of these characters are. When I'm just like, fuck yeah, Kano.
Again, of course, it's not going to have a great script. It's a fucking video game.
Yeah, it's a video game movie.
It's based off a stupid premise.
Right.
It's entertaining if you just watch it once for the fight scenes. And it's all right.
Yeah. The fight scenes aren't that insulting.
No.
They're
it's all well done.
Except Goro.
Well, okay.
That's pretty insulting.
But even then, like, all the graphics look good.
Yeah.
CGI is great.
No, this really looks ugly.
There was one other thing. I don't know if you caught it. When Liu Kang is talking to Cole, when they first get to the temple, he mentions his story. A little bit of back character.
Yeah.
Him and Kung Lao, they were taken as babies and raised at the temple. He mentions after they finished their training, they was introduced into a guy that deals with exotics. And exotics being trafficking children. He killed him, and that's where he got his mark.
Oh.
He killed a child sex trafficker to get his mark. And that's apparently that guy, the child sex trafficker, had his mark.
Only the best people get the mark.
That guy probably did murder some child with the mark. That's how he got the mark, right?
Yeah.
There's probably an easy way to get a mark.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a skilled fighter.
Yep. Kill
a baby. And fucking, all right, you can magically get superpowers and be one of the most powerful fighters in the...
Kill a dragon, baby. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, I missed that.
I love Scorpion just sitting there monologuing in Japanese. And all I can hear...
no idea what the fuck he's saying.
Like, all I can hear is Cole's like, I'm an orphan from Southside Chicago. I don't fucking speak Japanese.
I think that the worst part of this movie is they clearly showed us in the first 10 minutes how much better of a movie we could have gotten. Because whoever wrote the opening of this movie was competent. They knew how to set a scene. They knew how to introduce characters. We could have got a movie based around the first Mortal Kombat. And instead we got this pile of shit.
Well, this movie was based around the first Mortal Kombat. So maybe why it's a pile of shit. I think there's one thing to take away. When you assassinate your rival faction, make sure you burn everything down.
Right.
Because there cannot be any bloodline survivors.
You gotta kill them all.
It always comes back to haunt you. No survivors.
No survivors.
Rule number 1.
Kill the bloodline.
And the bloodline.
In the bloodline. I guess we gotta do it. Hate meter. How much do you hate this movie?
I'll give it a 7.
A 7? Pretty strong hate. I can appreciate that. I'll probably give it about a 7 on the hate meter as well.
Yeah, you know what?
I'll give it 1 like point for the opening scene between...
I'm going down to a 6.
Go down to a 6? I'll give it 1 point for the opening fight between Scorpion and Sub-Zero, 1 point for the last fight between Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and I'll give it 1 point for Kano.
Like I said, it's watchable.
Yeah, I'm probably never going to watch this movie again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no. It's watchable the first time.
But what you are going to get to watch is Mortal Kombat 2 when I make you do that in the near future. Oh. And you think this movie's bad. You have no fucking idea what a bad movie looks like.
I bet Mortal Kombat 2 is much better than this.
No. You are going... I'm fucking clipping that. You're going to regret those words when you're crying in fucking a couple months and like, no, I better watch this movie. I was going to be like, I bet you this movie's better.
Whenever we do Mortal Kombat 2, you just need to be like, hey guys, we got a new release of the next Mortal Kombat movie coming out, Mortal Kombat 2.
This is the sequel to the movie that came out 20 years later. Well, that about wraps up this episode. As always, I'm Derek with Danny. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you in the next one.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Peace.